Hi guys, welcome back to Irish Footy Vlogs. Welcome back to another video of mine. Today I'm doing top 10 young prospects to keep an eye out for in the first division. Now I've done the Premier Division, so go back and check that out. This one as well includes, it's under 21 basically, and it's players who haven't made started 10 times actually for their clubs yet. They could have made a few more appearances, although I'm not sure if anyone on this list has actually made more than 10 appearances for their club in total, to be honest with you. But only players that have played, as I said, started 10 games or less are eligible for the list. We'll get straight into it, guys. So number 10, I've got Owen Sharron. I almost said Ed Sheeran, but I can assure you it's Owen Sharron of Athlone Town. Now, Owen is only 16 years of age, and he was involved in Paul Azam's under-16 squad in the middle of last year, and he took part in the Victory Shield, where Ireland played Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Wales. Owen is a player that Athlone are really pinning their hopes on as such. Athlone still have to make a few signings, actually. And Martin Russell, obviously the new manager, he's the type of manager that we will give youth a go if he thinks they're good enough. Owen's certainly good enough. The question is, will the midfielder be able to break into the squad next season? I'm sure he will get appearances. That's why I have him on the list, and I have him at number 10 because he is only 16. So obviously these players have to be given an opportunity and a chance to grow in themselves before anything else. But Owen Sharron, not Ed, of Athlone, is at number 10. Now, number 9, I've gone for another 16-year-old, and that's Callum Heffernan of Cork City, and he's son of the famous former world champion walker, Rob Heffernan. Another one to watch. One appearance for Cork last season even, but next season coming, or this season coming rather. I think he may well get more appearances. Again, a bit like Owen, he's only 16. That's why he's a bit higher up on the list here. And I think Cork, it'll be hard to break into the Cork City side as such. But big clubs have actually watched him, and I believe he's been on trials, Juventus, AC Milan, and Atalanta as well. So he obviously has a sporting gene coming from Rob Heffernan, obviously famous world champion. Most people know who he is. So definitely one to watch. Cahill, centre back, stylish centre back. Can he make some appearances for Cork next season? I believe he can. Obviously, Cork had Jake O'Brien, a very, very good defender, and he moved on to Crystal Palace there last season. So Cahill is next in line, I suppose, and Cork will be hoping for a promotion push, but Carl Heffernan's one to watch at number 9, guys. Now, number 8, going slightly south, we're going to Cove and Nathan O'Connell. Now, Nathan O'Connell did make 10 appearances last season, but most of those appearances were actually from the bench. He managed to score a goal against Liffey Valley in the Cup as well, which was a good goal. Midfielder, 21, I think he's the oldest on this list, actually. 21 years of age is Nathan O'Connell, midfielder, and obviously with 10 appearances last season. I believe only one was to start, by the way. I could be wrong there, but most of those 10 appearances were definitely from the bench. You can imagine, though, that he'll get more time on the pitch as a starter this season at Cove, as Cove look to build and get results on the pitch. So for me, Nathan O'Connell comes in at number 8. Now, number 7, I've gone for 18-year-old Len OSullivan at Wexford FC. Now, Wexford have made some interesting signings in the pre-season, but Len is one of their young ones that has come through. Snapped up from Bohemians. They managed to get him from Bohemians, and I think it probably helped. The loan deals that came into Wexford last year did very well, and maybe Len is someone that looked at that and said, look, I have a chance of maybe playing first team football here and expressing myself. He's a full back and attacking left back, only 18 years of age, and has been part of Ireland's under 15 squads. Definitely one to watch is Len OSullivan. He comes in at number 7. And number 6, I've got Josh Quinn living from Treaty United. Again, one appearance last season for Treaty, 1 goal. The 21-year-old will be looking to kick on next season at Treaty. Came in, obviously, at the back end of last season, so that's a good sign coming into next season. Midfielder, attacking midfielder. Treaty be interested to see how they do next season, but Josh Quinn living is a player coming through the ranks there, and once again, he's coming in at number 6, and a player that we seriously need to watch next season at Treaty United. And number 5, we've gone for another Cove player. It's Alex Hill, who recently signed a new contract for the club. He made 6 starts for the club last season. He's only 19 years of age, again, a midfielder. 4 starts actually for the club last season. I may have said 6. He's made 4 starts for the club last season, 19 years of age. Again, a player coming through the ranks of Cove. I've spoken how it's difficult for Cove to actually get players, down to Cove. So they really have to look at their youth development, something they try to do very, very well. And at least there's a couple here on the list. So, that all bodes well for Cove next season. Number 4, I've gone for Callum Stringer of Waterford FC. Callum was part of a very good Waterford FC under 19 side. And we know Waterford like to bring youth through the production line, their academy. And that's probably, they've had a lot of troubles and a lot of silly things, let's say, off the field. But I've always said their academy structure is brilliant. And that's their true shining light for me. And Callum made a couple of appearances last season, 4 appearances for the club. Starting 1 game as well. Had a shaky couple of games, has to be said, for them as well, but that's all part of the learning experience. He's only 19. He came into a side that were struggling near the bottom of the table. There's always a bit of pressure there. But with a couple of experienced players like Wordsworth, etc., leaving Waterford and being in the first division, I think he might get more opportunities. I don't see him starting initially, but definitely see more games for Callum Stringer next season for Waterford, and definitely a midfield player to watch. At number 3, I've got Matthew O'Brien of Longford Town, who recently signed a new contract with Longford Town. He's at the club now 3 seasons. This will be his 3rd season going into the club. He's been part of Tom Moan's under 19 Irish international side. He made 3 starts last season as well. 8 in total, appearances in total for Longford Town. Again, a team that was struggling. But with Dervin now leaving the club, they'll be looking for the next young star, if you like, to come in and really get behind. And Matthew O'Brien at 18 is one that I expect to get games next season under Gary Cronin's side. Gary Cronin, of course, who brought half the Bray Wanderers team with him to Longford. I think every sign they've made is actually from Bray, 4 or 5 signings from Bray so far. But Matthew O'Brien, important to re-sign a young talent like Matthew, and I'm interested to see him kick on, to be honest, next season. He comes in at number 3. Now, number 2 might seem like a bit of a forgotten man in Darryl Lynch at Bray Wanderers. He did break out in 2020 and scored 6 goals for the club, but last season he made no appearances for the club whatsoever because of injuries. And at only 18, that's disappointing. But at the same time, he's only 18. So if you can see them through this season, he could form a partnership maybe at Rob Manley, or fight for a place at Rob Manley at Bray. And for an 18-year-old, I've seen him play when he was 16, actually very strong physically, can hold the ball up, and is a bit of a Rolls Royce of a forward, very difficult to mark. So if he can get over those injuries and have a pre-season, I think he's one to watch big time next season. As I said, missed the whole season last season, which is very disappointing from him, but he comes in at number 2 and definitely one to watch. Now, number 1, you've probably guessed it maybe, I've gone for Alex Murphy of Galway United. The left back made 9 starts for the club last season, but played centre back as well. He's very good on the ball. He can play left back, he can play centre back. Still difficult to know what his best position is. Galway United fans would know that probably better than me because I see him more often. But he can play in those 2 positions. Being watched heavily by Shamrock Rovers, only 17 years of age, to be honest as well, guys. And, he's been part of Colin O'Brien's under 18s Irish squad and even managed to score a goal for them as well. So, Alex Murphy is a player. When I've seen him play, he's been really, really good. But I like the way he can play centre-back and he can play left-back. And at the age of 17 as well, to be part of that Galway team now that will be looking to challenge for the title next season. Hopefully they'll keep him. I think it's important they keep him, obviously. And he doesn't go to Shamrock Rovers. But for this moment in time, and the fact that he's still at Galway, he's number 1 in my list. So I'll just go through them again quickly, guys. Number 10, I nearly said it, Ed Sheeran. Number 10, Owen Sharron at Lone Town. Picture of Ed Sheeran in my head when I'm saying this as well. Not really the best image. Number 9, Cathal Heffernan, Cork City. Number 8, Nathan O'Connell, Cove Ramblers. Number 7, Len OSullivan, Wexford FC. And number 6, John Quinn, Livan, Treaty United. Number 5, Alex Hill, Cove Ramblers. Number 4, Callum Stringer of Waterford. Number 3, Matthew O'Brien of Longford. Number 2, Darryl Lynch, Bray. And number 1, Alex Murphy, Galway. Let me know, guys, what you think of the list and any other players that you'd like to throw in as well. There's plenty of players to watch out for next season in the first division generally, I have to say. Another one I'd left out actually is Franz-Lee Laboto, who had a bad injury last season as well. He's very close to the list as well, so he could kick on. But there's plenty of players. Let me know in the comments any players you're looking forward to see. Keep an eye out on the Premier Division list I did as well. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already, guys. It does help the channel to grow, and all it is a click of a button. Hit your bell notification button. And what else? Like the video if you like this content. And once again, thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye-bye now.